Hello and welcome to the MAC weather page for this Monday, March 13th, and we're going to try to zip through this as I have no heat down here at the Ransom Scale House and she's a little chilly. If we look at the headlines for this morning, again, winter weather advisories out for many areas, not all areas, but looks like 2 to 5 inches of snow is going to be pretty widespread. I think the least amount of snow will be as you get up towards the Alma, Breckenridge, Mount Pleasant, Saginaw area. And the heaviest amounts will be to the southwest of that, and especially across southeast lower Michigan. And again, I think some of those areas could get closer to 5 inches. You can see in the extended outlook, again, looks like near to slightly below normal over the next 2 weeks with near to above normal precipitation. So more of a bit of a wintry pattern coming up here over the next couple of weeks. That could be either rain, snow, or mix, or all of the above. But right now, we don't see any big storms for us. We got this system here, but boy, they're going to get nailed out east. New York City, Boston under blizzard warnings. Again, they could expect possibly up to 2 feet of snow. You can see this morning the snow flying out there this morning. And if we look at the next slide shot, you can see a drone view from some of the damage here from last week. This has been in Clarksville. You can see the drone taking pictures of this storefront business. Extensive damage there to the roof and to the structure as well. And if we look at the next slide, you can see our normals for the day. Normal high is 42, the normal low is 24. And if we look at the warmest and coldest temperatures across the lower 48 on Sunday, the hot spot 97 degrees at Thermal, California, and the cold spot 27 below zero at Mount Washington, New Hampshire. And if we look at the conditions around the MAC area yesterday, you can see temperatures mainly in the upper 20s and lows in the teens. And you can see we're running about 3.4 degrees per day below normal, so a very cool start to the month of March, so almost halfway through. And I think we're going to continue to see temperatures on the cool side for the most part here over the next 7 days. You can see temperatures out there this morning mainly in the low 20s with the snow flying, and temperatures over in the thumb though only in the upper teens, well below normal. And you can see on the satellite view the area that's breaking out some of that snow across mid-Michigan and many portions of the southern two-thirds of the lower peninsula. Again, moving off to the east, we'll continue to see the snow fly throughout the day. As that low pressure system moves across the Ohio Valley, it's going to team up with some energy. A new storm is going to develop off the coast. The energy from this system is going to begin to weaken, and that is the reason why some of the areas aren't under a winter weather advisory, because we don't expect as much snow. Again, the areas where I expect the least amount of snow is going to be in the Alma, Breckenridge, Saginaw, Mount Pleasant area, where I think mainly only around 2 inches of snow is expected. But boy, are they going to get clubbed off in the east coast. If we look at the radar, you can see the snow flying across much of the Midwest and Great Lakes. And again, the heaviest snow looks like it'll be south of around Tawas, All Grays area back towards Ludington. And I think the heaviest snow is going to be across southwest lower Michigan and especially across southeast lower Michigan into southwest Ontario, where they could see 4 or 5 inches of snow, again only around a couple of inches once you get up towards the Saginaw Valley. If we look at the weather map this morning, you can see our low pressure system is going to move across the Ohio Valley, and then it's going to begin to lose its energy as it gets transferred into a much larger storm that's going to develop and move up the coast and then out to the northeast. But before it does, many of the big cities across the mid-Atlantic states are going to pick up between 1 and 2 feet of snow. And if we look at the low pressure or the weather map for tomorrow morning, the low pressure system transferring that to the big storm that's going to move up to the northeast, and again, very heavy snows from much of New England. And if we look at the weather map for Wednesday, that storm is well out to sea, leftover snows. It'll be a cleanup day for the big cities. And for us, again, not a lot of snow. Looks like about 2 to 5 inches of snow. Again, the storm was at a fairly good strength as it moved across the Midwest. But again, begins to lose its energy across the Great Lakes, and then it transfers it to the East Coast storm. But once you get into southwest Ontario, southeast lower Michigan, Ohio, a little bit of chance of some of that heavier snow developing there, but especially into the big cities, again, where blizzard warnings are flying for places like New York and Boston. How much snow might we expect here over the next 7 days across the Great Lakes? Again, this shows a lot of areas around 4 inches. I think it'll be more like 2 or 3 inches up here, and then the heaviest snows across southwest or southeast lower Michigan and back towards the southwest part of the state as well. And if we look at some of the big cities, some of the zoom up, you can see this is the WPC, a lot of 14, 16, 18-inch snows. Snows up to 2 feet just off to the northwest of the big cities. But if we look at the Canadian and the European model goes ballistic. The European is showing a lot of 25 to 30-inch snows across New York City up into the Boston area. The Canadian showing about 2 feet of snow for New York City. Again, this is going to be a major snowstorm. It's going to shut them down here over the next couple of days. And on to Weather Watch, you can see winter storm warnings become winter weather advisories, and even not even that for portions of northern Michigan into the thumb area. As this first system comes through, brings us a snow, but then weakens, transfers all of its energy into the big storm, and you can see blizzard warnings across many areas along the East Coast. So it's going to be an interesting storm to watch, and one that will make national headlines here over the next couple of days. Thanks for stopping by, and have yourself a great day, a great work week, and 73s to all.